Hello, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of A&E, a new opera by Chris Ward and Louise Melas. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you here as part of Tete-a-Tete, the Opera Festival. This is one of many, many live broadcasts that we're doing with interactive elements throughout. So at the end of this opera, you will be able to type your questions in the chat for a Q&A. This is a very difficult and challenging year for every one of our artists, and we've been delighted to work with them so long and see how their shows have adapted to the current situation and the ever-changing list of requirements and conditions that we've had to grapple with. And they've done wonderful work, and I hope you enjoy it very much tonight. If you did really enjoy it, then there's two things that you can do that are very helpful. So the first thing is, if you can donate, then you can donate to these artists at easydonate.org/agent, which should be appearing in the chat round about now. And then if you would also like to help us, one thing that's very useful is that we have been absolutely at the forefront of the future of opera in the UK. We've worked with the Department for Digital Culture, Media and Sport on their pilot for reopening all of opera, and we are currently working with the Paul Hamlin Foundation to make sure that all of the knowledge that we've acquired during this festival is being shared with everyone else. So after the show, you will be sent a feedback form, which isn't just a usual, oh, did you enjoy it? It's also making sure that what we learn about making this safe and enjoyable for everyone can be shared with the world. So please do fill that in. It really does make all the difference at this very difficult time. However, right now, we have a wonderful opera lined up for you. I'm very excited to share it with all of you. So, without any further ado, let's begin watching A&E.
it feels so deep. What else could it be? This feels so If I died now, who would cry for me? If I died now, who would cry for me? If I died now, who would cry for me? If I died now, who would cry for me? My mom, my dad, maybe my brother, or a few friends. I'm not gonna die, that's a stupid thought. I have a career, a loan, a mortgage and a dog. I'm fucking 35. I'm fucking young.
Male, British white, 35. this way. We're going to take some x-rays.
Yeah, sure. You have to take some x-rays.
check out the local talent while we wait. Oh, yes, mate. 42 messages. Get in. Oh, she's keen. She's a bit too keen. Fuck it. See if she can handle it.
Oh my God, what
Oh, check out the legs on that. Fuck off.
When she was touching
There's no
my
point being a friend in the
chest,
photo next to you. If she's twice as fit as you are. Well, she's in that one as well. What's the
would he just shut his mouth?
They come as a pair.
What's the
They're
point
as a
of
dog.
this show? She's beautiful.
You're fit. You're fit.
And a doctor.
You're fit.
Wow,
You're fit.
that's hot.
You're fit.
Doctors are hot.
I will shag you anyway. I mean, wouldn't mind seeing that doctor on it. Did you check out the arse on her? What's your problem, mate? See, this is it with guys like you. You've got no chill. You need a shag, mate.
How long
Yes, I would smash them. Tell me you would not smash them.
will it take to get my results?
4.5 at best.
I should do
8.
something.
Solid 8. Oh, love to see it. There you go, love.
Hey, mate, you know what time it is?
Don't bang. I know it's loud.
It's late. Are you playing some game?
It's Tinderman.
Seems fun.
You never play.
No, what kind of game is it?
It's all about Shakespeare.
You have to shoot them. fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. He was right. 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 I was right. She's She doesn't like me in return. She doesn't like me in return. It would be terrible. It would be horrible. But I can't just say no, no, no. Because I like her. Because you want her. You really like her. You really want her. He was right. He was right. But I can't just say no. And if she sees me on here and likes me and there's no match, I will regret it for the rest of my life. So left or right, like or
Adam, I have the results, and there's nothing wrong. No fracture, no damage, not a single contusion. Just a funny thing you won't believe.
Tell me, please.
You You have one rib less than normal human beings. Nothing to worry about, just a singularity. Nothing for you to be concerned about. Are you still in pain?
No.
That's great. Well, if the pain comes back, or something else happens, you know where I am.
Definitely. Thank you, Doctor.
Anytime.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Hi, and welcome from me. My name is Bill Banks-Jones, Artistic Director of Tessatet, the Opera Festival, live here at the Cockpit. What a lovely piece of work that was. I hope I'm not confusing you too much, and thank you very much to Leo for introducing the piece in the first place. Slightly farcical moment where I arrived 10 seconds after this all started and was trying to fight my way through a door with somebody stopping me the other side. But anyway, that's really not important. Much more important is first to invite Muelas and Chris Ward back into the room and to make a plea for donations. I think, as Leo probably said at the beginning of this, we kept our ticket prices very low so that you could support the artists using the link that's about to appear in the chat, easydonate.org, A and E. And also, maybe worth reminding you that the interactive bit of this broadcast begins now, as we'll take any questions you type into the chat, as long as we can get through them. Anyway, Chris and Lewis, are you there?
Hello, Bill. Here we are. Can you see us?
Oh yeah, just about.
Yes, here we are at the Any Ward. That's why we cannot have so much time.
Yeah, so first, before we get on to questions, which I've got a few of, perhaps you could tell us what will happen to donations that come to you.
They'll help us with the production, and also we're hoping to give our wonderful artists, we're hoping to give them some artist fees, because they were all working voluntarily and they've been amazing, so we appreciate it a lot. So they will be going particularly towards that.
Yeah, definitely we need your support. Everyone who watched the show and loved it, and even if you don't love it, just support the art. This is difficult times. Please help us, give your donations and help us to keep making shows and to keep this amazing cast and this amazing orchestra, as they deserve.
Yeah, well, no doubt Leo said at the beginning of this what I've been saying at the beginning of most of these, which is how the whole lot of us, every artist involved in Tessatet, the Opera Festival this year, has been looping the loop, and we've been having Zooms with Chris in Kiev and Lewis in London and us all going, what are we doing, how are we going to make this work, what's going to happen. I think it's very amazing what's happened to your piece, because you pushed our social distancing right to the limit and managed, haven't you, to hang on to all the forces that you'd like, though it may look a little bit different to what you set out and planned in the first place. Perhaps you can tell us a bit about that, how it's changed from what you intended to where we are at the moment.
Well, in fact, I think our original idea to stage the show was really different from the one that we had to finally go for, according to the COVID restrictions and everything. But taking into account that it's a story about isolation and how nowadays we think that we are connected and we still have the same desires of being connected, but we block ourselves the possibility through sometimes dating apps or other social media or approaches to people. I think those restrictions were worked on behalf of our idea. So having them like static in different parts of the stage, I think it creates a very interesting way to stage the show.
I love the way you're very, very tiny on my screen, but I can see you across the studio here. I'm loving the way you look like you do in the show down there. Yeah, that's something that's been so true for all of us, hasn't it? That it's been that COVID restrictions have been really painful, but on the other hand, they have forced a kind of creativity on everybody, haven't they? That you had to rethink your show and pull out what you really care about and make sure that that bit is delivered come hell or high water, really.
Absolutely. I think that for us, all the COVID thing, was an incredible opportunity to create this piece, to work with an amazing cast and musicians, and a lot of collaborations that probably in different times wouldn't be so easy to get. So I'm really grateful to you, Bill, and Tessatet, because since the beginning you were so brave and you said, okay, we're gonna make it, we're gonna see if it is gonna be finally possible, because it's not in our hands, but let's push it. and you, your energy and your enthusiasm contagious us, and here we are, opening our debut opera in this crazy time. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Bill.
Well, you're very kind. Thank you for making such a great piece of work. It would be lovely to hear a bit more about. I'm really intrigued as to how you arrived at Nathan's character. Tell us a bit more about him.
Well, Nathan Marseca was playing Ariel and the devil and all the girls. It's a very interesting character, group of characters. He was the only one when we started with the festival. I remember we posted on our webpage that, okay, we are looking for artists who wants to be involved in an exciting zero budget project. We opened an email account called For the Sake of It at Muelas+Ward.com. So I never got a response in a month, and I was really disappointed and crazy as well. And then one day I checked that the account was not active, and then suddenly there was one message since the first day we posted that, and that message was for Nathan Marseca, offering him to be part of our show, offering a countertenor, even if he doesn't know that we need it at that time, a countertenor. So that makes Nathan the best candidate possible, and also the way that all the characters, you have seen in the show, it's absolutely amazing. It's a role that was smaller at the beginning. It was just Daryl, the chubby guy in the waiting room, as the form that the devil takes to make his plan to tempt Adam. But working with him in rehearsals, as working with the rest of the cast, with Rebecca Silverman and Dominic Walsh, the three of them has given us a lot of inputs and amazing work. So this has been a collaboration. I think that all of us, we have been co-directing this show in a way.
Yeah, how long did you spend together with the singers? I'm intrigued because I was here for your technical day, though we had to come and do more broadcasts when we were shooting, but I got as far as the end of your dress rehearsal, and the day was fascinating because there was a long time going, we want this light here, you need to wear that, stand here, this, that and the other. And then you just came in, you started the thing at the beginning, and it ran flawlessly from beginning to end. It was extraordinary. So wonder how long it took you to get that.
Well, he's know perfectly because he was on quarantine, unfortunately. So yeah, before that, and he know that he had only 2 weeks. So we started rehearsals on the 28th of August, and we did the filming last Friday on the 11th. So it was incredible. It was really in 2 weeks we could put this show.
I think we were very lucky to have an excellent musical director, Miguel Rotas, who's in Madrid now, and he guided the ship with the singers and gave so much experience and knowledge there. So we're very grateful to him too.
And we should mention, obviously, another important contribution to make this show possible, our emergency string quartet that we love, and everyone loves the name because it's what they are. We were like a week before starting rehearsals. We still need a violin, and we still need a viola, and all of them, appear, and they joined that ensemble, and it was fantastic. Great work with them.
And I think the singers and the quartet, they just came together naturally. They bonded musically and socially. It was so easy working with them. I mean, as a first opera to have, it's been wonderful.
Absolutely. 1 second, because this is like in the Oscars that you have like a little time, you have to mention everyone. I don't want to forget amazing professional and friend who's Ana Inés Tavares Pita. She's been the co-director of the show. She's been the lighting, costume and set designer. We met 8 years ago when I moved to London in a party, and we were joking at that night. And when I met her, she said, "Okay, I'm a set designer at that time," and I said, "Okay, I come to London to make an opera. So one day we will work together." And 8 years after, that dream is a reality. So, yeah, amazing. Thank you, Anna.
Yeah, there's some loads and loads of lovely comments coming in the chat. Not so many questions, but one thing it's certainly worth saying to the audience, which Hyde Lawson from London has said, is I will be listening again to this beautiful work. Thank you, Audium Muelas. But you can listen again and again and again for 28 days. Now that you're here, you can keep coming back and enjoying it more and more. It's a lovely thing to listen to. It's, dare I say it, the kind of opera, the videos on Tete website that I might put on while I'm doing emails and just remembering the happy experience in the theatre. It'd be quite interesting before we go, we're just beginning to nudge against time, to just hear a little bit from you about how very theatrical you've made the thing, because you chose to make a film, but it is very vividly theatrical design and performance and setting and situation. I'd love to know a bit more what you thought about that, where that came from.
Well, the way that we staged the show, I think it came naturally from the essence of the story itself. I think it was very organic. Since the first moment that Anna and I, we had the first meeting, the first creative meeting about how are we going to stage this story with these restrictions. I think it was there. And as I said before, we had like a draft, like a, like an idea, an overall idea, but it's been during rehearsals. And it's been the whole cast who helped us a lot. We had a lot of collaborators, sometimes we call them. We had Ron Howell from Birmingham Opera Company helping us with movement and acting. I know that Nathan, is very pleased because he gave him a lot of interesting, ideas. And Andrew Coombs, we have Charles Edwards. So it's been a very interesting way to work because as is our debut opera, we've been very humble since the beginning, and we said, okay, of course we know what we want to tell, of course we know how we want to tell it, but this is a journey that we want to share with everyone, and everyone has something to add. So the result, what you have watched recently, is the work of a whole team working together. And
yeah,
I want to say that is very important because at the end, opera is music. And now I want to say that Chris Ward, my creative partner in Muelas+Ward, has made an amazing organic score that takes the emotion to a level that you don't have to think too much. You don't have to use your brain to see how are you going to see immediately. The music is so visual that you see what it has to happen. So yeah, I'm really pleased to have him as a creative partner.
Yeah, it's lovely. Have you any more to add, Chris, there?
Sorry? I missed that, sorry. Do I have anything more to add?
Yes.
Oh, no, just to echo all the sentiment that Luis has said about the cast. And also just to obviously thank Luis himself, who's gone through many hats it all starts from the foundation of the libretto, which was so vivid and lively and full of character. But then over the last 3 years, I've had every week or more or less, I've had his energy, through our Skype. So I live in Ukraine and he's in London, so we've been Skyping. But his energy has also helped me so much with the music. And then assembled an amazing team, and then went on to obviously do the direction.
Yeah, it's been a lot of Skyping going on into this festival, hasn't there? Got one question in the chat from Marina Warner, then we need to wind up. We've just got a couple of minutes left. But what does his missing rib mean? Interesting. I thought he had an extra one, but you tell us.
Well, at the end is the myth of Adam and Eve. We use that structure of the story that is well known worldwide to define how the new couple nowadays, how are they patterns of behavior in romantic approaches. So we need to find parallelisms from the original story, from the original myth to our story. So that's why the names and that's why the apple, it's the iPhone that is using. So that's the apple for the temptation. And obviously we need to do something with the rib because that's the original story. He mentioned, in one of the numbers, he said, TJ Fridays at Leicester Square. Well, ribs are not my thing because Spain, I think, is And yeah, at the end, after so many X-rays, he realized that he has one rib less, but nothing to worry about, that the doctor says. So, what's the name of the person who made the question?
Marina Warner.
Marina, no worries about, he's going to survive.
Yeah. Well, we need to wind it up now, so I just need to say a huge thank you to you for a really lovely piece. And out in the audience, if you think you've friends who'd enjoy this, they can still buy tickets for another 28 days. Don't forget easydonate.org. AANDE. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure.
Thank you, and thank you to Tete Festival for giving us this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Night night.
Bye bye.